Hey now, welcome to the Medium channel where we bring you the spirituality behind the message and happy full moon. And this is largely an unannounced event. So most of you are going to be catching this as a video anyways. But if anybody's live, hi, welcome. And here we are. So in any event, what's going on? Well, we have a really powerful full moon going on. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to talk about the full moon, 7 points that Spirit gave me that are important for us to know. I think there's 5 or 6 different exercises that they gave me that's very succinct and very connected to the energy to this particular full moon. And I have some divination cards, so we'll get a message or two from Spirit also. So the glasses are on. That means I mean business, right? Oh, hi, Suzette. Well, somebody's here live anyways. People will be getting their notifications and coming on in a minute, but I'm going to make this as brief as possible because at 7 we have channeling with the master teachers on Spirit Mind Family. Near the end, I'll tell you guys how to do that if you're not on that. So anyway, if my hair looks a little bit messy or out of place or whatever, well, it's really because the energy from this full moon is making my hair curl. It is so powerful, and we're starting to feel it, and we're going to start to feel it more and more as we move closer to the full moon. Now, it's December the 7th here in the United States, here on the East Coast, 11:08 p.m. But in Europe, Asia, Australia, it's on December the 8th. It's at 16 degrees of Gemini. We talk a lot about 16, and we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. Mercury also goes direct, or no, it is direct. It goes into the sign of Capricorn. Maybe my hair's not the only thing that's curling. It goes into the sign of Capricorn actually Tuesday, so it'll transition into Capricorn right around the full moon time. And as Gemini's ruling planet, okay, I have a lot of notes here, so forgive me. But anyways, Mercury is Gemini's ruling planet. Now, this full moon is at 16 degrees Gemini. So what Mercury's doing is very important. And it's going into Capricorn, that Saturn-ruled sign of like governments, institutions, stuff like that. So that all plays into the energy with that. Now, let me see. What else is going on astrologically? Well, there's an exact conjunction with the planet Mars that's retrograde in Gemini. So Gemini is being lit up on this full moon, the sign of Gemini. Also at 16 degrees. I mean, literally, the moment of the new moon is 11:08 p.m. Wednesday here. And that's really when the center of the moon is full, but it's full for a while around that. And 11:19 is the exact conjunction to Mars at 16. So for all intents and purposes, this is an exact conjunction to Mars in retrograde in Gemini. So that's a big part of the energy also. So here, let me grab some more. Oh, some people found me. Cool. Well, welcome, Laura and Claire and Maxine and I'm not remembering your name. Krista, blindly inspired. Andrea, welcome everybody. Welcome. Good evening. And like I said, we'll be here maybe another 15 minutes at most, because I have to get ready to do some energy channeling, some energy work at 7. That's going to be on Spirit Mind Family. A lot of you are members already. If you're not and you want to join us, what we're going to do is, because it's Spirit Animal Month, so the master teachers are going to work with us in order to, well, the usual, to help the ongoing process of upgrading our DNA and to helping us accelerate our awakening with as little problems or ascension symptoms as possible. But they said they're also going to work on the throat chakra tonight. And what we do on Spirit Mind Family is just a little more in-depth and more progressive than the channelings we do here on the Medium channel. It's only $5 to join. We give you a lot. So there'll be information on the pinned comment if you want to check it out and join. It's Patreon and Spirit Mind Family. So anyway, that's enough of that. Let's go now into point number one. So these are the 7 things that Spirit is telling me that we need to know, and how that links in with astrology and numerology. Again, this is a 16 energy. 16 is the lightning struck tower in the tarot, key 16. The symbol in Chaldean numerology is the shattered citadel. So when 16 to play, the tower falls, enabling new and stronger foundation to be built in this place. This is the third of 6, I believe 6 successive full moons that are hitting 16 degrees of their sign. So this is the time, according to astrology and numerology, this is the time when this tower is falling, and we're seeing signs of it. I'm looking at my news feed. We're seeing signs of it. We're seeing cracks in the matrix. We're seeing disturbances in the force, cracks in the agenda to control and virtually enslave people. Things are rising to the surface because they have to, and they cannot survive the energy that's happening on the planet. It keeps getting stronger, and these full moons, these new moons, these eclipses, solstices, all these things are markers and spikes in energy that are assisting in the continual upgrade of the frequency on the planet. Now understand, upgrades do not happen in a straight line. Everything is energy. Energy moves in waves. All energy moves in waves, including us. So when the energy keeps increasing, it's going to spike up quickly. Then the trough of the wave is going to come. It's going to level out. Then when the next crest of the wave comes, there's going to be another energetic upgrade. So that's how it works. We need to keep our bodies. We need to keep our minds. We need to keep our emotional bodies in the best possible health now more than ever. I mean, that's good advice anytime, but now more than ever. So number 1 is ground, and then ground some more. And I'll say this is really, really ungrounded energy. Gemini is at play. The 16, which is reduces to 7. So that's Neptune rules numerology. It's very emotional energy. So it's very air and water. But we have Mercury going, which is, again, a primary indicator. That's the wrong word. Let me see if I can speak English, or if I can translate my thoughts into actual words. Gemini is a major player because the full moon's in Gemini, Mercury's ruling sign. So Mercury going into the very grounded Capricorn is going to help, just to put that out there. So ground, and ground some more. Incidentally, Thursday, we're not going to do an upload this week because Heather, who does the editing and all the back end work, is in Hawaii. She's really busy. So I'm going to take that opportunity to do a live stream on how to ground and teach you guys some new grounding techniques. That's going to be Thursday at 7. That's number 1, ground, and ground. Number 2, psychic abilities soar. Well, every full moon, psychic abilities heighten. So that's any full moon. However, 16, 7, Neptune, that's an extremely psychic number. So the numerology with that, and Gemini has a very psychic quality because it's about communication and air. So this will be especially good for practices like mediumship, channeling, automatic writing. Gemini loves to write, just to put that out there. Automatic writing, channeling, remote viewing, astral travel, and distance healing. So these are going to be enhanced during this period. And if you develop them and work with them during this period, you can have an upgrade that's going to last well past the full moon, in fact, permanently. So there's number 2. Flipping the old page here. Drinking more water. So number 3, manifestation work. Again, all full moons are really good for manifestation. Psychic energy is strong. There's a quality with that. Now, this one in particular, in Gemini, with Mercury in Capricorn. Capricorn is Saturn ruled. It's very much about things that are going on in the earth. It's the mountain goat, very sure-footed, very good energy for manifestation, to manifest tangible things. So what else did I write here? The one is in Gemini with, okay, which will add power. All right, I didn't add a lot to that. So within 48 to 72 hours of the full moon, in that window, do some manifestation work, whether it's upping your things like affirmations, sleep programs. Now it's Gemini, so it's very good for writing. So do writing exercises, do scripting exercises, and I have videos for all this stuff. Check out the Law of Attraction playlist if you want to learn these techniques if you don't know them. But writing is very powerful. It's going to be even more powerful under this very heavy Gemini energy that's going on here. Now also Mercury, Mars is retrograde. So when the retrograde planets bring the energies inwards. So this is going to be a really good time with this full moon activating the Mars retrograde because it's conjunct to the minute to really be able to communicate with your inner self, because we subconsciously hide a lot of stuff. We hide our traumas, we hide our pain, but they don't go anywhere. They become part of our frequency and our vibration, and we create and attract situations in our lives that match that frequency. So we've got a nice cosmic boost during this full moon to start to work through these issues, start to understand what it is that you're suppressing, what false beliefs, what negative programming, all of that stuff. So this is really good to work on all of that kind of stuff. So number 4 is the divide is likely to deepen. Gemini is about duality. It's catalyzed by the full moon energy. This can happen on a personal level in your life as well as a global level. And a lot of us, it'll be both. So keep that in mind. That we want to maintain unity within our heart and with our center, as the powers that be seek further division, further control. And people are divided and they're controlled through programming, through things like fear and anger and stuff like that. So what else do we write here? Be very clear with communication. Another little thing that's going on is that I think in 3 days, Mercury is going to start its approach to its next Mercury retrograde, which I believe begins on the 30th of December, right around there anyway, if I'm a day or two off. So be very clear with communication. Be decisive of which side that you're on. We've been experiencing a lot of divide, and it's becoming clearer. The lines are being drawn, and we're going to see that. Now, the full moon energies last well into the remainder of the lunar cycle, and even into the one to follow. So we're going to see more lines drawn in the sand. And again, I talk about this a lot, but are we going to continue to grow as spiritual sovereign beings, expressing our freedom, creating freedom to live, learn, love, and grow? Or are we going to allow ourselves to get programmed by the powers that be, and maybe even get roped into or sucked into, is that the word, into transhumanism and stuff like that? We're going to see a lot's going to surface. We're going to see, things that are going on that for some it's going to be unbelievable. So that process may start to begin. So what else do we write down here? Be decisive of which side that you're on, in your personal affairs as well as in global affairs. It's not the time to be wishy-washy or straddle the line. And we've been saying this for about 6 months. And we've been talking about really November, but specifically December, January, and February being the real focus of a lot of chaos and a lot of change. So number 5 is the Tower falls. Well, it's 16 degrees, right? The Tower card. Be aware of new nuclear threats. In fact, I saw something in my news feed this morning. I had these notes written out before that, so it's already happening. Though there may be some, what did I write here? I can't even read my writing. Oh, there may be some, a little bit of optimism around Ukraine. The reason being is that, and I didn't even mention this earlier, and I should have, that in numerology, the 7th of December is a universal 16-day numerology. So that adds more energy to that 16. That's really adding, for those that don't know, 12, which reduces to 3. So it's adding 3 and 7 and 2, 2, 0, and 2, and you come up with 16. Now, in Europe, the full moon's going to actually be on the 8th. That's going to be a universal 17-day, which is the star card, which is optimism and hope. So we may see a few little flickers of optimism, but battle lines are being drawn around the world. That's part of this energy. So I wouldn't count on anything amazing happening. But, as we continue to raise in consciousness, you never know. Timelines can change because it's all predicated on consciousness and energy. So as we change our vibration as a collective, we change the timelines. Isn't that cool, right? Yes, it is. Ukraine, this is likely to get worse and affect global relationships. Truths are revealed, yeah. And that's a process happening. Number 6 is solar flares, part of awakening. We talked about that in the psychic predictions. That's going to also be pinned on the comments, on the pinned comment. Because the interesting thing is there were 2 pretty significant ones December 1st, and that was one of the predictions for December, made before December 1st, I may add. Now, solar flares are a language. They're an energetic language. The sun is basically a transmitter of information, as well as obviously, what keeps us alive and warm here on planet Earth. And it reflects the energy to the central sun. So basically, the solar flares, the solar storms, all that stuff, it's really a language, and there's a pattern to it. And it activates our dormant DNA. We have solar codes also. So this is part of awakening, part of our ascension. And number 7 is health. Watch the health, watch the ascension systems. The nervous system is likely to be very amped in this energy. Firstly, full moons amp the nervous system anyways. But when Gemini is in play, Gemini rules the nervous system, also the skin, also the lungs. And I have 3 separate live streams about ascension exercises that the master teachers gave me for you. Do those. That they gave those to us for a reason. This is going to help you to awaken more quickly, but more smoothly. And that's really the idea. We don't want our bodies, our auras, our nervous system to get whacked out during this process. We want it to be a smooth process, but this is really powerful energy, and health things may come up. Just as just to let you know. And part of the way to avoid that, again, is to be grounded, to allow the energies to flow smoothly. So anyway, that's that. So I want to just talk about a few exercises we can do, and a little bit of divination, and then we're going to wrap it up. So anyway, I see people are hitting me, maybe people are hitting me. Who's hitting me? Are hearing me? Because we're definitely, people are finding this live stream. So all right. So exercise number 1, grounding. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do Thursday a live stream on a few cool grounding techniques. We want our lower chakras to be strong. We want a strong foundation, a strong lower triangle. With that, then we can expand into the higher frequencies and the higher realms safely. We're human. Our job is to bring spirit into the earthly realm, understanding the earthly realm is but a reflection or a manifestation of the spiritual realms anyways. So grounding is probably the most important thing. And I'm just reading what I wrote here. The more grounded you are, the less the energy fluctuations will affect you, right? And I use this analogy a lot. I love the trees. There's a little bit of a few tree references that are coming in. I live in the Catskill Mountains. We have white pine trees. They have very shallow root system. When the storm comes in, the white pines go down. But the birches have really deep root systems. They bend and sway, but they go with the flow and they don't break. So when you're grounded, you can go with these energy flows. You're not as affected, but you don't have to sacrifice your sensitivity. We want to be empathic, but not overwhelmed by your sensitivity. Ground. And a good exercise is just become a tree. Make like a tree and feel your roots going deep into the earth. Feel your trunk, and from the top of your head, feel your branches going all the way up to spirit and all the way around. But make the focus on the grounding. So when I inhale, I draw the energies from the earth up my roots. through my body, through my trunk, through my branches, through the leaves, through the flower. Then when I exhale, I let the energy settle back down into the earth. I'll share a few other ones as well. Om Namah Shivaya, Jared. Thank you for joining us. So number 2 is always work with nature. So, this is kind of an offshoot of number 1. Do tree hugging exercises. And here's what this is what I do anyways. I've been doing this for years. When you're in nature, hold the tree and get super present. Get into your breathing, get present. When you stop thinking, you start connecting and you start feeling energy. You can try right now. Stop thinking and just breathe, and you'll start to feel more of a buzz through your body. I feel that 24/7. Always there's currents moving through me constantly. Sometimes they get stronger, sometimes they don't. People talk about spirit or that ringing in the ears could be messages. My ears are always ringing. It's just sometimes they're louder than others. And that's because I've been doing this work a long time. It has nothing to do with me being any better, any more spiritual than anybody or any of you all. It's the work that I put in and the dedication I put in, as well as the belief and the trust that I have in spirit and in things like that. So getting back to the exercise, so you get really present, you hold that tree, and then you'll start to feel the energies moving through the tree. And then you'll start to become one with the tree, and you start to become part of the energy flow of the tree. That's the goal. Don't try, just allow and set the intention. And when you do it, I mean, I get it's better than when I used to do acid, honestly. I mean, well, in some ways it's better. But it's the same thing. It's that same elevation of energy and consciousness the experience, albeit through temporary means, through doing plant medicines and stuff like that. So that's the idea. Just be part of the flow of the tree, be one with the tree. You may even get messages from the tree. So that's number 2. Number 3 is writing exercises, remote viewing exercise, anything that's Geminian. Is that the word? Geminian, Gemini-ish. All right, buffering, or is it just my Wi-Fi? Is it anybody else having a hard time hearing me, or is my Wi-Fi a little bit funky or something? Is somebody saying that I'm buffering? Okay, on my end. All right, cool. All right, where was I? Work with nature, tree hugging. All right. I think we got writing exercises. Okay, yeah, writing for manifestation, journaling, automatic writing. When you just this is a really good moon for automatic writing. The idea is you set the intention, open your heart, open your throat chakra, your third eye, and your crown. Allow spirit in and don't think about it. Just write and keep writing and keep writing. That's what automatic writing is. So number 4, meditate on the heart. Feel gratitude in the heart. So, of course, heart-brain coherence plays in. Allow those frequencies to be bright gold. That's what they were saying for this moon. And when the days are at their darkest, the inner light shines its brightest. You cannot be programmed when you're in the heart frequency. I'm going to say this every single live stream that I do, because if you can own this and practice this is going to help you a lot. It's literally impossible to get programmed when you're actively in the heart frequencies. You come into the heart frequencies by just focusing on the heart. Energy goes where attention goes, and filling that heart with gratitude, appreciation, and love. And they're saying with golden light also. And when you can feel that's what heart-brain coherence is. When you become coherent in the heart, you become coherent in brain. And when those two energy centers sync, then you become coherent with spirit. So when you're in the heart, all you've experienced is love, gratitude, appreciation, peace, those types of emotions. It's literally impossible to get programmed by outside sources when you're actively in the heart frequency. You cannot hate. You can't hold grudges. You can't hold on to the past. In fact, you can't hold on to anything negative, because you link into the vibration of pure love, pure compassion, pure gratitude. The more you do this, the more resistant you're going to be to programming. End of story. So I'll get off my soapbox now until the next live stream, then I'll jump right back on it. And number 5, practice presence, feel the flow. Practice self-healing and energy movement through the body. Granted, I'm a little older now. It doesn't come as easily, but when I was younger, every time I had a back issue because I have scoliosis and a out of place vertebrae. Um, it used to take me 2 weeks to get back. Then when I learned how to send energy and vibrate the energy in my root and in my spine, 2 weeks became 3 days. Now I had a very serious back issue. I was pretty much laid up for 6 weeks. Well, not laid up, but I couldn't exercise. I couldn't do most of the stuff that I do to sustain myself, really. And every night I'd be sending the healing. I'm working with the psychic surgeons to straighten my back now, just like I healed the eczema that I talk about, that the dermatologist told me was the worst case they'd ever seen, through mind over matter, making the reality of perfect health more real than, every night, night after night, month after month, year after year. And I did it. So I'm going to do the same thing with my back. So as that heals and there's no more, back drama in my life anymore, I'll let you guys know that. So anyway, practice presence, feel the flow. There's always a flow through us. The more present you are and the more open the heart you are, the more you're going to feel the flow. That's chi, that's prana. That links us with consciousness. That links us with spirit. That links us with God. Basically, chi is that layer of energy that connects the physical with the spiritual. The force for the Trekkie. Speaking of the force, check us out tomorrow. I'm going to have Lily Nova, who's an amazing lady who's a starseed, and I won't say a lot about her. I'll leave it as a surprise, but she's coming on and she's going to talk about starseed and ascensions, and teach me a few things as well as you guys. That's tomorrow, 7:00 on the next live stream. So let's pull a couple of messages, and then we're gonna skedaddle. Okay, so on that note, let's go on. Wednesday, we're going to do a full moon activation with the archangels right here on the Medium channel. Thursday, we're going to do another live stream about how to ground, and then that's it for a while. On the 19th, we're doing mediumship. So if you want to get messages, come on that live stream also. All right, so let me clear my mind a second. And that spirit should give us an additional message about this full moon, our lives, and what we should do. This is the angel therapy card, I think. Third eye chakra. Okay. So, with the throat, also work with the third eye, too. Apparently, spirit is telling us as well. And the message is, it is safe for you to see the energy of love in all of its forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. So, as I do heart brain coherence, I'm really linking the crown, but the third eye also with the heart center, because it's really the brain and the heart. The organs have a meaning as well as the energy centers with that. So there's the message. So they want us to work, besides what I was saying about psychic development, work with the third eye. Our third eye is our source of vision and wisdom. So it's our spiritual sight. So so they're saying to work on that also. And I also, of course, have my sacred geometry cards. Thank you, Amy of Elevated Intuition and Spirituality channel. If you're watching tonight, thank you for this beautiful birthday gift. And we've been using this for a while, and also to Jody for the angel card, which I'm using privately. I'm not really using it so much on my live streams these days, but I'm getting really good use out of those also. Even though my birthday was late September, if you want to give me a late birthday gift, hey, I'll take it. All right, so let me pull a card here, and okie doke. Let me stop thinking. They're saying do the top card. Well, that's easy enough. Tantric journey. Ooh, interesting. And a lot of purples, violets. So you can just, I don't know if I bring this too close, what happens. the idea is you can kind of visualize and take this symbol into your heart and into your aura, and then if you meditate with it, you gain the energy of the of the sacred geometry shape here. So what they say about tantric journey, the frequency of excuse me, the frequency of tantric journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we are intrinsically that we intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences with ourselves and with one another. So that's interesting, and certainly sacred union. It can be a path to self-actualization. So that's a really good message for us also. So love your partners. And for those of us that are don't have physical partners, we can still love our spiritual partners, and we can still have a tantric experience that way. And I mean that in a spiritual way. So don't get any ideas, guys. I'm not that crazy. All right. Anyhow, thank you. So that's what we have. Oh, thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you. Healing from the field is so. I'll just have that. Oh, thank you. Oh yes, hit the like button. Thank you. Yes, let's get this out to more people. I'm really happy, with how things are coming along here. It's been, the Medium channel has been really a kind of slow and steady wins the race exercises, because I mean, part of the reason we're on YouTube, obviously, we want to gain reach, we want to gain notice and everything, but yeah, none of my videos have even sniffed being viral, and the fact that we've gone to now 4,400 subscribers is pretty amazing. Kind of doing it, building it brick by brick so far. So that's you guys. So thank you again. Yes, and Spirit Mind Family, for those of you that are on it, we're going to do a very powerful transmission with the Master Teachers at 7. And if not, and you want to check it out, it's patreon.com/Spirit Mind Family. Just go to Patreon, type in Spirit Mind Family. You'll get all the info. And if you resonate with it, by all means, join us. That's our inner community. So we do what we do here. We just go a step deeper and further with it. All right, ending now. Thank you. I love you.